Hello! Welcome to Game Over Gerkinman. This is a one-shot of a very special little, probably the weirdest game in the Mario series, Super Mario Land. We've got some lovely gentlemen here to talk all about Super Mario Land with us. Who is with us this week? Alphabetical, you know the deal.
Alphabetical.
My name is Adam.
Oh, okay then.
Adam uses Adam now, so he's always first.
Alright, you're just Adam.
Well, yeah, we do this like every time, so... My name is Adam, game program. So, yeah.
Cool, I'm blowed out here. Hey, second me. That's me.
Hello, this is Cotton Water, and yeah, I'm third.
Oh yeah, I'm Gerkinman. I introduced it. I'm
No.
I'm an animator on the show. Super Mario Land. Yeah, that's probably a good place to start. So this game is weird and hasn't got any of the typical Mario music in it, and it's full of strange and lovely and wonderful things, none of which are remotely Mario-ish. What is everyone's experience with this game? I guess is obviously the question to start with. Adam, you get to go first. Yeah.
I was starting first.
Well, that's good.
Stop interrupting me.
Okay, so this is one of my first games for Game Boy. I got it a little after Christmas I got my Game Boy. And I don't know, I just found it more appealing than Super Mario Land 2.
Really?
For some reason. Yeah, for some reason. I don't understand why.
The music's better.
Oh yeah, the music. I love the music for this game. And, you know, I just find it weird, but, like, even before that, I was exposed to Super Mario Brothers 2, so I felt, you know, okay, Mario just does weird things sometimes.
that's
that. He goes into weird lands, and there's new enemies. That makes sense.
That's fair. Are you sure?
Me, I didn't actually own the game, but there was where I actually borrowed it off a friend, and I would take it to school every day, and during the lunchtime breaks I would just play that. Any chance I got, I would just play it all day, and it was one of the most addicting games I think I've played. Even on Game Boy, it was really fun. And like Adam said, I think I find it better than the second one, to be honest, as well. I think it's just like the simplicity of it. It's just a really fun, simple sort of game. And yeah, it's pretty good. I wish I still had it, actually. Still borrowed it. But I might one day pick it up again. I've got the second one, but don't have the first one, unfortunately.
Be pretty cheap on eBay, I imagine.
Nah, maybe. I don't know. It might be worth a bit. I don't know. Who knows?
What was that, Carbon Water?
Oh,
You're just like, eh. I was like, okay.
that was my experience.
Good review.
I just plotted a bit and I was done.
5 out of 10.
I remember playing this at my friend's place and being like, oh, it's a Mario game, I know this, and then playing it and none of the rules apply that I knew. I'm like, oh, okay. Weird. And you know, back in the day with the old Game Boy games with the strange backlighting, it was pretty much impossible to play or see anything that was going on. It's like,
well, that was the thing too, because like Mario looks nice and big here, but on an actual Game Boy screen, he was only like 4 pixels tall at points. With no backlighting, it's like just a black dot moving around.
Yeah, on a tiny ass screen that's roughly half the size of a modern day phone.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like Sean, I never owned this game, although I did own a Game Boy. I never owned any Super Mario Land games, actually. I never even got to hire it. Where I played it all was friends when I was in primary school. I had friends that had it. So I would borrow their copy from time to time. And it's one of my earliest introductions to Super Mario, actually, because I never had a Super NES or an NES, so...
That's a shame.
I personally prefer Super Mario Land 2. It just feels tighter. Some parts of this can be a little bit weird, but there's something about this game, like obviously I finished this game in half an hour, but and I did cut out a couple of deaths, but I mean, even with those deaths, I think the original video was only 35 minutes. It's infinitely replayable, I guess, because it is so short, and it's just fun because you can just repeat it in multiple multiple settings. Of course, I do own it now because it's on the 3DS eShop. So
Oh.
I got a hard mode too once you beat the game.
yeah,
There's,
that's true. That was the thing too. Like Kirby's
Am
Dream did that as well.
not made by Nintendo.
Well, that was the thing too, right? This game was designed by what's his name? Gupoi. The guy who basically designed and invented the Game Boy also directed this game.
Hmm.
Oh.
I thought Adam might not remember his name. Something Gunboy, something like that.
So I guess he knew the limitations of the Game Boy. That's why all the Koopas explode.
Yes, everything has to explode on here. But Miyamoto wasn't involved in this game at all, from my knowledge.
Hmm.
I don't know. He wasn't.
You got the details there.
No, I just know that he wasn't involved in this game.
And it kind of
The
shows.
fact sheets.
Yeah, we should probably do our research before we do these shows, but we don't. We don't need research. It's more fun with made-up lies.
Hmm.
Sometimes we say things and they actually turn out to be true. But of course.
Did you know that Mario was actually an alien and he gets teleported down from the UFO because he's an alien?
Yeah, according to this game, Super Mario travels around Super Mario Land by spaceship.
Yep.
It's a little strange. This game also introduced Daisy, who's like a mainstay.
Daisy?
She's a mainstay in...
I've never played that game before.
What game?
DayZ.
Oh.
What are we talking about?
Princess Daisy.
Oh, Daisy.
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 And Luigi does not make an appearance in this game.
No.
Nope. Why
Yeah,
would
I
he?
mean-
No need to play it too.
Yeah.
How the
I
fuck
guess-
would you put the difference with him though? He looks exactly the same as Mario. You wouldn't be able to do any
yeah,
color
you can
differences.
do palette swaps because this is black and white.
You'd have to do like a skinny sprite.
And that would take up more memory, and I'm sure this game doesn't
Yeah.
have the...
It's just reverse the colors, dark overalls.
Mario's
Yeah.
black.
Or just change the name Mario to Luigi, and leave it at that.
Actually, I'm wondering if like one of the reasons the Koopas explode is because they're like, well, what do we do with the shells? And like, we can't have them bounce around because we don't have the memory for it, so we'll just have them explode.
That's true. They don't even look like little Koopas, do they?
No.
They look like little fucking...
They're not called
crabs or something.
Koopas, but
Yeah.
that's what everyone assumes they are.
Yeah,
They're
it's supposed to
so-
be some sort of strange, different, far-off land. That's why a lot of the things are kind of similar but different.
Yes.
I guess like the
Music.
And,
Goombas are actually Goombas though, right?
Are they?
Sure.
they're not. They're, bows.
Oh.
Bows.
Never mind then. Remember that time you were playing Mario and it turned into a shmup all of a sudden?
Yep. Right now.
None of the enemies had, an English name. They all used the Japanese name, even in the English instruction booklets. So we had all weird Japanese-sounding names for everything.
That's awesome.
That's cool. They probably all just translate to like fish or fucking turtle anyway. Something like that.
I like the crashed spaceships in the on the bottom of the ocean bed, and I like the fact the bubbles don't move.
Hey
This
Mario,
one
there's aliens. Go kill the alien.
Is
Isn't
this
it
Alex Kidd?
I'd like to see this vehicle, or whatever you call it, make a reappearance in a Mario game.
I'd like
Maybe a
to
3D version.
Yeah, I'd like to see this game remade. Actually, it's interesting.
Yeah.
They wouldn't.
Not
do it.
by Nintendo though.
No, I'd give it to someone like Way Forward.
Yeah.
Do it all in traditional too, especially after what Nintendo did with fucking the new Yoshi's Island game.
Oh
How is
no,
that?
they know my name.
Oh,
Was that Adam?
How did they do that? I mean, how was the Yoshi's Island game?
It's reviewing fine, but the graphics, instead of having 2D sprites, they're 3D renders, but they've got like an oil pastel texture job on them, and it just looks kind of wrong and not right and strange. It isn't visually cohesive, not like the original one was.
Wow, this is Alex Kidd, isn't it?
Yeah, it's certainly easier than Alex Kidd.
That's what it reminds me of, but anyway, so...
Yeah.
Oh, now you're in a castle under the sea.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. Yeah, the whole Mario Land series, I mean, it did change a lot of time. You had this, which was a strange little entry in the Mario series, and then you had Super Mario Land 2, which I guess is the most Mario-ish of the 3, and then
Did
Warriors.
Nintendo make the second one, or is it the same developer for this?
I don't know if it is. It's certainly a lot better visually. Like they certainly got a lot
Yeah.
more out of the system.
Definitely has a more Mario character vibe about the second one.
But the music's fucking-
Meanwhile, on Easter Island,
Yeah, meanwhile, it's-
Yeah,
Mario
it
Land
was-
2 was another guy, but
it was done by the same guy.
no, it was made by another guy.
Oh, okay. That explains
Thought so.
everything.
It was, I think his name is Kiyotake or something.
And did
Hiyotaki.
he go on to do the Wario Land games? Because they ended up feeling really different too. Because that's what the first Wario Land, like Super Mario Land 3, was Wario Land, and Mario wasn't in it at all. Even if he
Yeah.
got secret levels, he wasn't in it.
Yeah, I mean, it was made by the same. Yeah, Super Mario Land 3 was same guy, Super Mario Land 2.
I really love Super Mario Land 3. I think it's my favorite of the 3 games.
And yeah, even though they say that it's called Super Mario Land 3, in Wario Land 2, it's not called Super Mario Land 4.
Yeah, they just ditched that title. Which is probably for the best, because I realized I was getting too far away from the...
Series was going out of control.
Oh, man. This, some of these platform jumps are a bit... Those clouds, they're not the same clouds as in the NES game, are they? They are.
They look like
No.
it.
That's like,
they're kind of close.
They
Could
look
be
a
like-
bit
could be-
edited.
Sort of based off them.
yeah. It's like the one thing that looks remotely Mario-ish.
And we got like 19 lives.
Yeah. It's not a hard game. It is I did find that was like one of their level design choices, but it was really annoying, was that a lot of the mushrooms, when you get them out of the thing, because they come out at a specific trajectory, a lot of them go straight down bottomless pits. It's just like really like, oh wait, what are you doing? Here's something that, yeah, I've never seen this. Yoshi's Island has some of these moments, but overall. So this game's kind of a weird, it introduced Princess Daisy, who then vanished again up until Mario Kart Double Dash, I think.
Shit.
I think she had a
she
statue
was
in Melee.
reintroduced into Mario Tennis for the Nintendo 64.
Oh, okay, so
She was
that's where
partner
she
for
came
Daisy,
back.
partner for Peach. I mean,
Okay, so that's where it is.
So Daisy, was this her first game, was it?
Yeah.
technically.
And before Princess Peach and Daisy, Mario was always saving Pauline.
Pauline,
Was
yeah,
it?
that's right. The one that looks like Princess Peach. Sort of.
But it's
Well, she used to be Princess Toadstool too, and then she became Princess Peach later on.
Yeah, how many guys
Well,
has
she was
married?
Peach in Japan, and she was called Toadstool overseas. But they just
Wow.
decided to be like, fuck it, just call it Peach, whatever.
Well, I gotta say,
Peach starting Super Mario 64.
yeah, that's right. Peaches are
They
a lot
called her
tastier.
actually Princess Toadstool Peach in Super Mario 64.
Yeah,
Peach
she goes,
could be her name.
Princess Toadstool! Peach! Like, Peach is a first name.
You can call me Peach. That's my nickname.
Oh, Peach has all kinds of connotations over here for white people. I'll never forget the old Strangler song, Walking on the Beaches, Looking at the Peaches.
Oh, yes.
Remember that? I remember that Flash movie you made.
Yeah, that's a classic, wasn't it? She trying to get out of that clitoris, liberation for women, that's what I preach, preacher man.
Ah,
The 80s. Oh, the 70s that song came out, actually. Yeah, this level I had troubles with. Because those
Why?
platforms are all so tiny. Because I have a tendency... actually, this is a thing we can talk about the Mario games. I play through all Mario games with my finger on the B button for running at all times. I never take my finger off it.
Of course.
yeah, I think that's natural.
There's no other way to play it.
Yeah, and so when you play this game, where doing that can quite easily result in you running off the edge of one of those tiny little platforms or jumping over it quite easily. I had to learn to not play it quite like I would most other Mario games. Or at least this, I think it might have just been this level specifically and a few other parts later on. But
They really need a dark sort of Mario game like this, like a more ancient, mysterious sort of Mario game. That would be pretty cool, I think.
yeah, I'd love to
that's
see Mario
not
return to
gonna
East
happen.
Island. No.
Yeah, something more just, different compared to what they do. It's all fun and happy and...
It's got to be
you
family
know,
friendly.
yeah.
I don't mind
for
if it's
everyone.
I don't mind if it's fun and happy, but I wouldn't mind if it got weird again. Like, it hasn't been
Yeah.
weird for a long time. I like Mario when he's being strange and weird. I mean, he
Absolutely.
should be weird all the time. He's a fat Italian plumber who runs around jumping on shit. I mean, it's weird as
Yeah.
it is. So
With
play
mushrooms. Come on, if
Well,
you
it's
put
not weird,
mushrooms in a
it's
game,
just-
you got to change it up.
with it.
It's
Sorry,
pretty
Adam.
much normal nowadays.
Yeah, they pretty much. It's like they've got their book of rules and they just. That's all they do.
Yep.
Oh,
I mean,
20
you get too many
lives.
lives from a bonus game. You get way too many lives.
Yeah. Well, I guess
Well, not-
some kids suck at games, I suppose.
Well, not compared to these days. I mean, these days they're really generous with the extra lives in Mario games.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
the Super Mario 3D World, when you get over 1,000 lives, you actually get an achievement. So it actually makes not dying and collecting all the lives like its own sort of reward, which I thought was kind of funny. But I mean, lives are redundant in games nowadays. I don't understand why
Yeah.
we still have them. That's why like Rayman Origins and Rayman Legends, they don't have lives. They just restart you in that part
It's just
of
a
the level.
novelty, really.
Yeah.
Just people do it.
Well, like I know Donkey Kong Country Returns is like stupid hard and it has lives, but people complain about how hard that game is, and the same with Tropical Freeze. But at the same time, you get handed coins like constantly, and you can just use those to buy a bajillion lives anyway. So people need to toughen up, princess.
So if you ever get a game over, then you know you're truly shit.
If you summon, because that means you haven't been collecting any coins, and you suck, and you should probably kill yourself. So what is everyone's favorite Mario game? Oh, we'll say 2D Mario game specifically.
Mario 3.
Super Mario Bros. 3.
Yep.
Yeah.
Super Mario Bros. 3.
Yep. Sean?
Oh, what was the question? I had my headphones off for a second.
Oh, that's alright. What's your favorite 2D Mario game?
Shit, I got a couple actually. Super Mario World's good. Yoshi's Island, they're all really good. Like
Yeah.
Super Mario Bros. 3.
That's what the other guys picked for theirs. Was Mario Bros. 3.
Yeah. Shit, they're all good. Really, everyone on the Super Nintendo I found was pretty good. So.
Yeah, I'd have to. Super Mario World, I very much appreciate, but I don't know that it's my favorite. But I'd definitely be a
Really?
tie between Super Mario Bros. 3 and Yoshi's Island.
Oh yeah, which one for the NES or Super Nintendo? The actual Super Mario Bros. 3.
Oh, is that Thunder? Yes, it is. Oh, I got a storm.
I thought it was the game.
Oh my god, this game sounds really good all of a sudden, and not 8-bit.
Realistic.
I'm gonna check what's going on with that. There's something I do like the version in Super Mario All Stars.
Yep.
But there's something about it feels a little bit different or off, I think.
Yeah.
That could just be me. I don't know if other people.
Well, I mean, some of the physics are different than
Yeah,
what they
that's
were.
what it is. It's just the physics feel a little bit different, and this is one
Like
of the
in
weirdest
Super
fucking
Mario
things ever.
Brothers, when you hit a block, it kind of like sucks you up into the block rather
Yeah.
than shooting.
Yeah,
Wow, China Land.
yeah. The music at this level is awesome.
Where's Jackie Chan? Is he? There he is.
I love this. He's just getting around stomping on Chinese people. The Japanese-Chinese culture war continues.
See, this is what they need in a Mario game. Just culture-based shit. Just weird shit.
Well, this is
I like
almost
those
kind of
floating mountains.
yeah, they're the best kind. This is almost like there was the CDI Mario game where it was going to travel around the world. It's like this game kind of
Oh.
already did it.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, karate kicked Mario in the face. Imagine how short this
At
game
least
was.
in that CDI game, it felt like it was kind of be like an action game, like a somewhat of a successor to Super Mario World rather than the other game.
Yeah.
I thought they were going the right direction with that, but they just stopped. It wouldn't have been as good, yeah, I know that, but
Well,
you
the
know, they were
controller
trying to
alone,
be fun.
controller alone would have broken it by what I've seen of the controller. Actually, James and Mike just did a playthrough of what is playable of that game the other day. It's quite interesting seeing how broken how finished some of that game is.
Yeah.
Who's James?
Turns
and
out, not very.
Like angry video game nerd and motherfucking.
Oh.
Yeah, I still watch that stuff. All these years later. Yeah, nice little fade there, Dan. Something
Cool
I did.
transition.
Nice dissolve. Something I did, like when you die and it takes you back, if there were any enemies in that area immediately where you died, they kind of vanish, which is a nice little touch, I think.
Oh, that's good.
I don't know of any other game that really does that.
It's the same when you use a pipe and come back up. None of the enemies are there.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like I can't think of any other game that does that, and I quite like it.
I suppose when
It feels more like a limitation than a feature to me, in my opinion.
That's possible.
Like, they can't load sprites on the screen unless you're moving to the right and it's, you know, it's placed there and it spawns or whatever. Something like that.
That's probably
By the-
more likely what it is.
By the way, you're not shooting fireballs, you're shooting turtle bomb things.
Football.
Poop.
Polished
Cooper
turds.
bombs, yes.
So yeah, that was something that we should probably mention. The fact that they are fireballs, you know, they come out of a flower. That one to me was always.
Yes.
I mean, everything about this game was strange to me as a kid, but that was definitely one of those what's going on sort of.
What's going on to this game?
I thought it was better than
get
the
it.
fire flower because it actually bounced off stuff.
Yeah, but it's also annoying because you can't throw another one until the previous one's gone off the screen, and so if it gets trapped into geometry, which it does sometimes, like you'll use it in a tight space and it won't be able to get out. And then basically you
It
can't-
disappears over time.
Does it? I
Yeah,
shot
it
it in
does.
like up in that turtle, up in one of these, and it never
Glitch.
left.
Well, then you're mistaken.
Maybe.
What if you just leave the screen and then come back? Is it gone?
Yeah, if you leave the
You
screen,
can't
it
come
goes.
back. It's only for right.
Oh, yeah.
Is that? And I guess that was another loading thing. That's why all the Mario Brothers games are like that.
Well, for that, it just makes me feel like they're trying to make it like Super Mario Brothers, and they really didn't care about that.
But I
You're only meant to go right,
that's
so
why,
go right.
That's why Super Mario Brothers did it as well. Or is that just specifically so gamers knew to always go right?
Yes.
How did you get the 13 lives? What happened here?
I cut out a bunch of deaths.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how did you die that much?
Well, because this bit I kind of suck at with all the bowls and shit. There's some tricky bits in this level. There's no other level that really gives me any trouble, but this one with all these balls and turtles and shit everywhere. And
You gotta time it.
And because I'm really impatient, and like I said earlier, I never take my finger off the run button, when you're doing these like little platform jumps and stuff, it kind of gets messy.
Eggheads.
We will be doing a Pokemon playthrough.
Oh,
Which
which
one?
one are we doing?
Which Pokemon game is that?
Well, we're going to play through yours at some point, Adam. We're definitely going to play
Yellow.
through Pokemon Brown. But yeah, probably Yellow just
Brown.
because... How long
Yeah,
is
I haven't
Pokemon...
heard that a million times.
Are we going
Brown
to
is
record
another
over
fruit.
Twitch.com?
How long is Pokemon Brown compared to the regular ones, Adam?
It's a little longer.
Oh,
I mean, there's a post quest that's longer than the post quest in Red.
what is the... Oh yeah, to get Mewtwo. That's the post-quest.
Wow.
Yeah, the one in Brown is more of a quest, and you have, just something you actually have to do, and there's all these hard trainers and such.
So does that mean we'll have to download Pokemon Brown and play it? So we'll all have played it?
Well, you should probably download it anyway and give it a go, because Adam makes cool stuff.
Yeah.
And out of curiosity. So the rest of the game is entirely different too, isn't it? Or is it all the same maps as the main game?
It's entirely different. I mean, there's a few maps that are the same. I didn't change for some reason, but it's a completely different region, different cities, different stuff. New Pokemon, and I'm not here to, flaunt myself. You asked me a question.
No, I'm totally happy with you.
It's better than the original.
It's a game. This is a Game Boy game we're playing, and we're going to play Pokemon Red, Pokemon Yellow at one point, and also Pokemon Brown, which will be very exciting. And
Cool.
Adam will be here for all Pokemon Brown episodes,
Whether I like it or not.
whether he likes it or not. I have a gun to his head right now. Put my gun in my hand, and then put it through the internet against Adam's head all the way
Makes
over to
sense.
America. Yeah, that's how we do things. That's how we do things here in Australia.
Yeah. That's how the internet works.
Us Americans aren't affected by throwing guns.
No, guys, Americans aren't affected by guns at all. I hear that America has the lowest homicide rate in the world. in the world. Last
Sure.
Because everyone has guns to defend themselves. Yeah, anyway, back to this. We're shooting things again, but this time not in a submarine. I really do
Gotta
wish
mix it up a
Nintendo
bit.
would revisit this world, this universe, because it's really interesting.
No way.
No, they never will. There's no way in hell they ever will. Well, that's what's annoying too. Like Super Mario 3D Land on the Game Boy. Well, I mean, on the 3DS wasn't a land game at all. But they used it, I guess, because it was on a handheld, and that's what people associate with handheld games.
Like Donkey Kong.
Yeah, Donkey Kong Land. Donkey Kong Country as a title doesn't make sense. Especially since neither the second one nor the third one happened on Donkey Kong Country. But I guess Donkey
How do you
Kong
know that?
World...
It's been just an area, like a state.
Yeah. But I mean, I guess it makes more sense, like, to...
Well, you can't exactly change the name of the series. You can't call it King Kroll's Country.
No, but I mean, like,
Donkey Kong
I
Islands.
So
Donkey Kong Country does sound better to say than Donkey Kong World does.
Yeah, world doesn't fit.
Yeah, that's probably what it was.
Donkey Kong World. Sounds stupid.
Oh, there's a final boss defeated, only it's not really!
Here comes Cooper. Wait, no, it's not.
What? Here comes something. I don't know what that is.
More balls.
that guy actually does make a reappearance in Super Mario Land 2 as a boss.
Does
He
he?
looks familiar.
Is that the guy who's in the space level?
Yeah.
I didn't even know it
He's
was
the
the
boss.
same dude, because he doesn't look anything like him.
Well, it's hard to tell because it's
Side on.
Game Boy.
Yeah.
And Super Mario Land. Hard to tell what anything is in this game.
Yeah, the art
But it is.
direction's pretty different between the two, that's for certain.
Daisy, Daisy.
Thank you, Mario! Mwah! Your quest is over! Let's go for a run. Okay.
It's over!
Come on, bitch.
Let's
Black
hop.
Mario here, motherfucker.
Let's hop in my jet plane.
Let's go back to our home Earth country's place.
Whose jet was that? He just went there to save her. She could have just hopped into that and flown away.
She doesn't know how to pilot that thing.
Oh, is that what it is? I
She's a
forgot that-
stupid
I don't
bitch.
know how to do anything.
I forgot that Mario was a really sick pilot as well as a. Well, there you go, Genji Yokoi, or Gunpei Yokoi, something like that.
Genki Yokoi.
Okada.
Sakata. Oh, they had one programmer.
No, they had multiple programmers.
They had two programmers.
Oh,
Sorry, they
two
could have.
programmers.
System has one subtitle thing.
You'd make a game. Yeah, two programmers. There you go. That's pretty. That's what I like about playing these old games too. Is like, I guess like a lot of indie games kind of like are throwbacks to this era where you only had like a team of 10 people working on a whole game.
Yep.
I don't know what a meter means.
A meter.
A meter.
A meter.
Some of these guys don't even have first and last names. They're like Madonna. It's just Taki. Sweet.
It
Shiitake.
might be nicknames or something, I don't know.
Yeah, that's possible.
Wasn't it like back in the day? A lot of people would use like names that weren't theirs in case, because the video game industry wasn't that popular nowadays. So it's like, oh, I don't want my name to be like on this in case it goes
Yeah.
belly up.
That was the thing too. Didn't want to be
Yeah.
attached to failures.
Yeah.
So that's Super Mario Land.
Again.
I wonder what
E.
I wonder what the speed,
meter.
the speedrun records for this game are like. I'm sure they're quite
It's like-
impressive.
Probably at least 2 minutes.
Probably.
Yeah, it's not that big.
So
12
thank you,
minutes.
thank you, Adam. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Dylan, for
Yep.
sitting through Super Mario Land. It's a classic game. It's a great game. If you haven't played it and you have a 3DS,
Classic.
make sure you download it on the Virtual Console. It's well worth your time despite its short length.
Or get a Game Boy and get the original and play it like a kid.
Yeah, or do it that way. Either way works well. So thanks again, and we'll see you next week when let's have a quick look here at what game starts after this game.
Super Mario Galaxy.
Super Mario Land 2.
We will be doing Super Mario Land 2 at some point, but no. Well, there'll be a game anyway.